September 2020, planetary transits for Gemini and Gemini rising. This is an equal house chart set up for 0 degrees Gemini on the ascendant, Eastern Daylight Time, New York. We begin September 1st, 2020 with 3 retrograde planets in Capricorn in the 8th house sector. Jupiter at 17 degrees, Pluto at 22 degrees, and Saturn at 25 degrees of Capricorn, retrograde. The Sun is placed in the 4th house at 9 degrees of Virgo, along with the planet Mercury at 22 degrees of Virgo. Venus is placed at 24 degrees of Cancer in the 2nd house sector. The planet Mars is at 27 degrees of Aries in the 11th house. Neptune is at 19 degrees of Pisces, retrograde in the 10th house, and Uranus is in Taurus at 10 degrees retrograde in the 12th. The Moon is in Aquarius at 27 degrees in the 9th house sector. Overview. May 21st through May 30th, birth dates, Sun in Gemini at 0 to 9 degrees. The biggest news for this group is the planet Uranus in conjunction to the sidereal Sun. Placement of those born from May 21st through May 26th. Exciting changes are happening in 2020 that will have the effect of liberating you from whatever has become oppressive in your life. Uranus Sun energy will bring people into your life that have the sign Aquarius prominent in their charts or a strong Uranus or 11th house influence. The unique, the unusual, the innovative grabs your interest under Uranus, as well as those who live life off the beaten track. Don't be afraid to experiment now with a different lifestyle. May 31st through June 9th birth dates, Sun in Gemini at 10 degrees to 19 degrees. June 7th, 8th, and 9th birthdays will have Neptune exactitude square the Sun in 2020. Although you have probably felt this energy over the past 1.5 years. Your personal astrological chart will indicate the possible ways this energy may manifest in your life. Generally speaking, it may bring a relationship with a Neptune type, someone who has this planet prominent in their chart or the sign Pisces strongly placed. Neptune may also bring the dissolution of a current relationship or the loss of a significant male figure in your life. This energy is deeply emotional and heartfelt and potentially very creative. It is also profoundly spiritual and enhances whatever psychic aptitude may be present. On the downside, Neptune rules infectious diseases and allergies. Not the time to take risks with your health and well-being. Also, since your body is more sensitive under Neptune, avoid drugs and alcohol. June 5th through June 9th birthdays have transiting Pluto in an empowering trine aspect to their sidereal Sun placements for all of 2020. Career advancement is favored by this energy, as well as renewed health and well-being. Use this to implement a new diet and exercise regimen. May 31st through June 2nd births have lucky Jupiter making a stationary trine to their sidereal Sun placement all of September. Opportunity may come. June 8th and 9th have a stabilizing trine from Saturn to their sidereal Sun all month and into October of 2020. June 10th through June 20th birth dates, Sun in Gemini at 20 degrees to 29 degrees. June 10th and 11th birthdays will feel Neptune square the Sun in 2020. Read the previous paragraphs for a description of this energy. June 10th through June 13th birthdays receive stabilizing Saturn in trine to their sidereal Sun until mid-December of 2020. June 15th through 19th births have energizing Mars in sextile all month, an aspect of opportunity. The nature of this 60-degree aspect requires that you increase your social connections in order to get the best out of it. In other words, keep networking. On September 1st, Mercury trine Pluto between houses 4 and 8 is an excellent energy under which to discuss joint finances with partners, both business and personal. Present your ideas, set goals, and make plans. Discussions about reorganizing your domicile is also favored. September 2nd brings the full moon, 1:23 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time at 10 degrees of Pisces in opposition to the Sun at 10 degrees of Virgo, spanning houses 10 and 4, highlighting the tension between career demands and responsibilities versus family obligations. The planet Uranus at 10 degrees of Taurus is making harmonious aspects to this full moon, a trine to the Sun and sextile to the Moon from your 12th house. The full moon always sheds light on situations, and creative solutions to potential conflicts will be found under this one. Also on September 2nd, Sun trine Uranus between houses 4 and 12 is excellent for your home life and implementing innovative technological solutions to the issues at hand. On September 3rd, Mercury trine Saturn between houses 4 and 8 is excellent for getting through a great deal of work since concentration and attention to detail is accentuated. It also favors doing math and running the numbers in your personal and business partnerships. On September 4th, Venus square Mars between houses 2 and 11 is a frictional energy. Your peace of mind may be temporarily rattled by communication you receive either from a friend or through the group you work with. Let it go for now and revisit the discussion later on today when Mercury sextiles Venus. On September 5th, the planet Mercury enters Libra and moves into your 5th house. On September 6th, the planet Venus enters Leo and moves into your 3rd house. And on September 9th, Mars turns retrograde at 28 degrees of Aries in your 11th house. Also on September 9th, the Sun trines Jupiter between houses 4 and 8, an exceptionally positive and magnanimous energy. Use this to heal any relationships that may have become strained. The Sun opposed Neptune on September 11th between houses 4 and 10 could find you feeling confused about where you stand in a relationship. Evasion and ghosting are classic Neptunian tactics. On September 12th, Jupiter turns direct motion at 17 degrees of Capricorn in your 8th house. The Sun trine Pluto on September 14th between houses 4 and 8 is excellent for making changes and improvements in any life area. If self-employed, use this transformative energy to streamline and reform your business model. Doing research into a subject that fascinates you is also favored, as well as all intimate relationships. Venus square Uranus on September 15th between houses 3 and 12 warns against impulse spending for emotional gratification rather than need. This energy is classic for experiencing a disruption in a relationship and attempting to make yourself feel better by spending money. September 17th brings the new moon, 7:01 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time at 25 degrees of Virgo in the 4th house, highlighting and energizing your home life over the month ahead. This new moon is harmoniously aspected by trine to Saturn in the 8th house of intimate unions, joint finances, inheritances, and other people's money. Benefits may come from one of these channels. Mercury squared Jupiter between houses 5 and 8 on the same day favors making plans for creative changes in your domicile, either through renovation, reorganization, or redecorating. The autumnal equinox will occur on September 22nd at 9:30 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time, with the Sun entering 0 degrees of Libra and moving into your fifth house. Three planetary aspects that have to do with communication will be affecting September 20th through 24th, depending on your location. They will hit exactitude in different time zones. They are as follows: Mercury square Pluto, Mercury square Saturn, Mercury opposed Mars. These energies are not catastrophic, they're too short-lived, but they are frictional and annoying and not conducive to getting your ideas across. If you can avoid those dates to discuss matters of great importance, do so. On September 27th, the planet Mercury enters the sign of Scorpio and moves into your sixth house. Venus in the third house will trine Mars in your 11th house on September 28th, a great energy for friendships, group endeavors, and social life. Saturn turns direct motion at 25 degrees of Capricorn on September 29th in your 8th house sector. Also, on September 29th, Mars will square Saturn between houses 11 and 8, an aspect of frustrated energy having to do with goals and plans. Yes, you will feel angry and impatient with delays, but detaching and accepting magnanimously the current state of affairs is the way to go right now.